Welcome to episode 6 of About to Snap. I am Nerfer, that is Prashan.
Yep.
And this episode is brought to you by DoorDash. Cold food delivered by people who have never had health insurance.
Yes.
Download the app today.
Half your fries are gone.
They totally eat your fries.
So, quick story.
Sure.
I ordered Uber Eats the other day, right?
Uh-huh.
So, I opened the door, and I noticed my drink wasn't there. And the guy was, driving off, and I was like, hey, where's my drink? He was like, oh, they didn't give it to me. Just call them, they'll refund you.
Yeah, so they can't do anything about that. The drivers can't do anything about that.
So they can't check the order? Or make sure
No, they can check the order, but say something's in the bag and they can't see into the bag or whatever.
It's a drink.
Yeah, I know that's true, but they he can't go back and get it.
True. Makes sense.
Because it's weird how it operates, but that guy probably has another order already assigned to him.
Yeah,
and he can't unassign it to go back and get that. Otherwise, he'd get in trouble. It's really stupid.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I really
forgetting a drink is definitely.
I really wanted
shit.
my Baja Blast, but it's okay.
Yeah, dude, that spicy fizzy bubbly hitting your throat after you eating some tacos. Hell yeah. Man.
Makes the diarrhea go down smoother, you know?
But yeah, in all honestly though, you should definitely tip your DoorDash and Uber Eats drivers because their car is falling apart and they are living in poverty. So
pretty much.
Yeah, we got a good episode today. There's a lot to talk about. The big ass patch just dropped. Baron Zemo, Red Hulk, and then we'll wrap up with US Agent. But yeah, let's just jump into the first topic, the patch. Yeah, so Prashan, the patch, hit us with the first change that they made.
So we have Thanos. So the old text was, at the start of the game, shuffle 6 Infinity Stones into your deck. So now, I guess Thanos... I haven't even played Thanos yet. So does he start in your hand now?
Yeah, like Agatha.
Okay, so Thanos starts in your opening hand, and then he shuffles the 6 Infinity Stones into your deck, which seems like it's the same thing.
No, so
it's not.
Sorry, it is. Except the fact that it starts in your opening hand means you have one less chance to draw, your Mind Stone or some other card. And with Thanos, you don't want your 6 drops in your opening hand. That's what that nerf is.
Okay, perfect. And then does it still have the same interaction with Mockingbird and all that, right?
Correct, yeah. Everything's the same. It's just they basically screwed you over with one less draw at the start.
Okay. Yeah,
which is definitely a bigger deal than it seems.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's interesting, though, because half the time I play Thanos, I never get Thanos.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, though. It's in your hand, and you don't really play Thanos anyway.
Right.
So that's the nerf, is you're taking up a slot in your hand that could have been another Stone or Mockingbird or Hope Summers or whatever. And now it's a Thanos that you don't even want to play.
Right. So it's like the reverse America Chavez treatment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It almost adds an entire another card into your deck, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, it does.
Which is no bueno, considering the draw stones are, have been dwindled down to 3 of them now.
Yeah, I've had too much fun with Red Hulk and Baron Zemo to even care about Thanos. So
yeah, we'll definitely get into those later. But yeah, this is definitely hit to Thanos. I'm not mad at this at all. I don't know about you.
No.
And it's about time that other stuff is allowed to breathe a little bit. But yeah, that brings us up to the next change. What's that one?
So it's the Time Stone, the old, it's still 1/1. So on reveal, draw a card, give it -1 cost. And then now, on reveal, give Thanos -1 cost next turn, and you draw a card.
Yeah.
Which sucks. So pretty much with Thanos, with the Time Stone now, you're pretty much giving -1 cost to a card you don't even want to play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
you can't even possibly play it on a certain turn. So if you play Time Stone on 2, it's not like you could play Thanos on 3.
It's absolutely pointless. Yeah, they've relegated Time Stone to a turn 4 play basically now.
Yeah, so that's a dead card.
Yeah, that's almost. It's only a draw card now. Other than that, you're like, it sucks. You don't want to play it other than to like, get the wheels turning in your Thanos deck. But
right.
Yeah, that's pretty harsh.
Yeah, and then what? If you think on turn 4, if you were playing like the old Thanos lockdown, you would want to try to play Professor X early instead of playing.
Right, yeah. Because you would want to do like Psylocke on turn 3 to play your Professor X on 5.
Or a Vision, or...
Right. Yeah, and now it's like... yeah, I mean, you can still do that, but yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that's really bad.
I mean, both of these together is definitely kick the deck in the balls, for sure.
Yeah.
I think just one of these would have been enough to like put people off of Thanos, but both combined are. Ugh.
Well, how do you feel about the whole like there's no more big bads type of thing? Or did we put that on the cards ourselves, or was it Second Dinner that called them big bads?
I think they did technically, right? Just by saying they'll never come down from. I think they've used that verbiage, if I recall correctly.
I think so too.
Yeah. But now all the quote-unquote big bads are like not that great anymore, pretty much.
I don't know. High Evo is still good.
Is he a big bag? Yeah, I guess he is, isn't he?
I think it's like High Evo, Thanos,
Galactus, Kang. And Kang that just sucks.
Yeah.
I expect that card's going to get changed at some point, at least in the next couple of months.
Yeah, it has to.
Yeah, because them doing this to Thanos means like you just said, the big bads are all trash.
Yeah.
But yeah, that does kind of suck. I mean, that was one of the selling points on Thanos and Galactus, was just like, you'll never regret this, basically.
Right. And then the fact that everything is Series 5 now.
Yeah. Everything is a big bad.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I mean, on the flip side, though, if you got Thanos, you got your money's worth, really.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless you picked him up in the past, 2 weeks, you got your money's worth.
Yeah.
And I've run into it a few times on the ladder, and it still felt good. Like, you could easily lose to it. They still do the thing. It's just they don't do the super busted thing every time.
Right. It's not as efficient as it used to be. Right,
yeah. But yeah, I ran into it, I don't know, 3 or 4 times today, and I was still like, yeah, it's not bad. Might give it a crack in the next couple of days. What's the next change?
So next we have Meek. When you discard, the old text was, when you discard a card, this gains +1 power, and then it can move. And now it is 1/0.
Yeah, -1 power. How you feeling about this one?
It was a good card.
Yeah.
Once they did the change a few patches ago, and then now it's still playable in my opinion. But I thought it was a really good card, especially since you can move it, and then Marvel Snap is all about deception. So yeah. I think it had a good. It probably had a strong win rate because of the change, and they just had to slow it down a bit.
I think Glenn Jones alluded to the fact that Apocalypse was like the 3rd highest win rate card in the discard deck. So I imagine the other 2 is either MODOK, Morbius, or Meek. One of those.
Yeah.
So,
maybe
it might... No. I mean, like, just discard.
Okay, discard. Okay, gotcha.
I consider them 2 separate archetypes, really.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, maybe it was Meek who was the one with the really good win rate. But either way, I don't think this really changes the card. I think it's totally fine. You should still play it in discard.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
There's nothing to be bummed out about here. The next change.
So next we have Crossbones here. He was a 4/8. You could play this in locations where you're winning. He went from a 4/8 to a 4/10. And
yeet.
That's pretty obvious because we're all complaining about Cole Obsidian.
Yeah, and that's what they say in the notes here too. The first line is like comparing Crossbones and Cole, they mention.
Yeah,
and
it makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I still haven't played against it really, because honestly, I don't think the issue with Crossbones was ever the 8 power. I mean, it is part of the issue, but it's more of like you have to be winning is a way stricter condition than like just having a 1 cost on the field.
Right. I think it's like with Crossbones, you're overcommitting in a lane early in the game.
Yeah. And if you're already winning, maybe you don't want to put another 10 power in there.
You want to spread your power out. So it's like, come on.
Yeah. But I mean, it's fine. It's not like I'm gonna bitch about a card getting better.
No,
but just in the spectrum of things you could be doing with 4-cost cards, I still don't think it's.
He doesn't make the cut.
Yeah, like almost. Like, you have Cole, Miss Marvel, Omega Red, even Iron Lad, Shang-Chi, Enchantress.
Yeah.
Past that, it's like, what are you gonna do? Like Sentry's a niche card, but like Jessica Jones, Rescue, Crossbones is now a viable option.
Yeah.
At least
what, Drax? Who else is there?
No. but yeah, overall, I don't know what is there. Pulling the game up.
Let's see. 4 drops. Oh crap! It's telling me.
I think all the other 4 drops are basically like you would only play them in a specific type of deck.
True. Yeah.
Generically good 4 drops. It's the last one you would consider playing still. Steel.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a fine change.
Yeah, it's okay. I can agree with it.
Yeah. Next change.
Next, we have Sabertooth.
Yep.
Use a 3/4. Whenever this is destroyed, return it to your hand, and the cost is 0. So now he's a 3/5.
Yeah.
Which he still does not make the cut for destroy decks.
No, I think you could make this a 3/6, and still maybe not make the cut.
Yeah, it's hard to play. It's just awkward within the realm of destroy. It's just it's
the
because
curve
it's a
is
3.
weird. Yeah, exactly. It's a 3. It's not the power. It's the. I think if you made it a 2/3 or something, it would be played way more than a 3/5 or a 3/6.
Right. If it was like a 2/4, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
Or even if it was like a 1/3 or something, but no. The fact that it's like a 3/4, it's like you have so many options. You want to destroy stuff by 3.
Yeah, 3's the turn you're doing like a 1-drop plus Carnage, or your Venom, or your Deathlock. You just can't take a turn off playing a fucking mediocre card.
Right.
I've seen some other people say that they should probably make him have a discard synergy the same as Wolverine.
We talked about it.
Yeah.
It was us.
But I saw other people mention that too, and I was like,
okay.
hey, yeah, those are smart people.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah. But oh well. I mean, I've seen like Den, the Marvel Snap Zone writer, play with it, but even he was like, probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, I might do it too. I might dabble in it.
Yeah. All right, next change.
All right, next we have Angela. She's a old 2/2. After you play a card here, +1 power, and then she's been changed to a 2/0. After you play a card here, +2 power, which is freaking awesome. I think this was the best change in my opinion.
Hell yeah, dude. It's the cards that get bigger as the game progresses, scaling cards, have just all died. And this being back, just one of those cards being back has like changed everything.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know. It's just weird how many times Angela's been changed over the course of the game. And I have a feeling after this, I think she's going to be changed again.
It's very good. I mean, like you always want to like try to abuse cards if you're going to use them in a deck, but honestly, you could put Angela in like anything and just playing 3 cards on her, she's the best 2-drop in the game.
Yeah, and it's one of the first cards you get in the game too, so you learn how to play her pretty easily. And no one's playing Shadow King.
Yeah, right. But I mean, maybe that comes back because Angela's. I feel like if you aren't trying to squeeze Angela in your deck, you're probably making a mistake. I see arguments for like, no, this deck just doesn't need Angela. But for the most part, it's like, why wouldn't you play this card now?
Right. It's an early card. It gets buff along the way.
Yeah.
And if you're playing like Jeff Vision, like
exactly. Yeah.
Perfect card.
Yeah. Just having it trigger one more time than it could otherwise goes from like good to like absurd.
Yeah.
So yeah, just easy an easy 2 energy 8 power in pretty much most games.
Yeah.
And I think though, like, it's weird that this changes. The old Angela is so good that you could probably not have changed Thanos, and I think it would have shifted the meta significantly because people would be like, oh great, I can just do the thing we used to do and have that small ball, like, efficient power stuff going, and it would be able to compete with even the old version of Thanos.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, even Kitty Pryde too, all the changes with Kitty Pryde.
Right. And back then, Thanos was a deck. It was good.
Oh yeah.
Like, it would win tournaments. It was a balance between, like, the Angela tempo stuff and the Thanos stuff, and now it's like, nah, that's just de facto the best thing you can be doing in the game is probably some sort of Angela list.
Yeah, Angela, Hope Summers, like,
for sure.
Done.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you play those 2 cards in, like, every deck?
Yeah.
I've been making decks, like, all day, and even, like, a high Evo list, and I'm like, I should probably put Angela in here.
Oh, wow. It works.
Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. Also brings back, like, bounce Sarah control decks.
Oh yeah.
Like you said, anything that runs Nightcrawler, Jeff, or Vision is going to play that too.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah, totally.
Silk.
Maybe even Loki. I haven't tried Loki. Maybe you can put it back in Loki decks.
Silky Smooth could come back.
It's definitely back already.
Yeah.
I see lots of people playing it. I tried it. It's not as good as I remember. Really?
I think it's because everything's gotten more powerful since then.
Yeah. It's still good, but, like, I guess we'll wrap up the patch by saying, like, I think the meta's in a great spot now.
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
I think, I don't know, everyone's stuck in the Red Hulk phase, the new card phase right now.
Sure, yeah.
So I think it's going to be, I don't know, another few days for it to settle. Right.
But I think for the most part, though, like, you could do a lot of different things and you're totally fine.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, that people are trying Silky Smooth again. That meta, like, was fun. Like, it was just fun. People enjoyed it. Even with Eliath being, like, a tyrant back then. It was because you could do a lot of different things and you didn't have to just slam big single cards to try to win games.
Yeah, it was pretty much like a crescendo of power.
Yeah.
So usually, like, what, your Kraven's getting bigger, and then your Angela, and then sometimes you could play, like, Kitty Pryde, and you could probably sneak in Captain Marvel, and it'll just, like, win you games.
Yeah, and, you know, people are doing, like, Red Hulk and Evolved Hulk and slamming a bunch of power, and it's like, okay, I can keep up with you, bro, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of Red Hulk and stuff like that, let's just jump into the 2 new cards that released.
True. And then Baxter Building now goes to 4.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It gets +4.
4,
cool.
Fantastic 4, the obvious. Cool.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's just jump into Baron Zemo first, I suppose. Baron Zemo, Prashant, how have you enjoyed the Season Pass card?
I like him. He's pretty cool. I played him in a Surfer deck. I played him in Loki. I'm going to test him in a Destroy deck soon to see how that works.
Okay.
Why? I don't know. Like, I want to play Zemo, take their card, and then I want to destroy it. That way my null could get bigger, and then I could discount my death.
Just play Gladiator, bro.
Gladiator, I think, is going to be in that deck too.
Okay, all right. I have seen some versions like that running Shauna and Mockingbird.
Yes.
It's cool. It's interesting, but I think it's trying too hard to do the thing that you would be doing anyways.
But that's one of the first things you do in Snap anyways. You play Squirrels and Killmonger. That's like one of the first combos you learn.
Yeah, but Squirrels cost 1.
Yeah, true.
But overall, I think it's an interesting card. It's definitely fun. I think I've seen people, like, be disappointed with it, and I get that, but I think that's just more so the fact that it's not a Miss Marvel, it's not a Loki, and people are like, "Oh, this card kind of sucks," and it's like, not really. It's actually a good like value play.
Yeah, and then everyone's playing Yondu now.
Yeah.
So like, just to mill that lower like cost card, that way you get a higher cost card with Zemo.
Yeah, it's cute. But yeah, I don't think it's a weak card. And overall, like, I know people are doing, like you just said, Yondu. They're doing that with like Cable and Dr. Octopus and Absorbing Man and stuff. And that deck is certainly annoying. But I think in the long run, Baron Zemo would just be like, just like a Crossbones almost, where it's like, it's an option. If you just want some good power, it's an option. You don't have to be cute with it for it to be a good card.
Right. I think it could be, well, I was thinking maybe like a Sarah list where you could try to play it on like 5 or 6.
Sure, yeah.
Or maybe
that's actually a good idea.
You play it on 6, that way you could take something big, but you have to be careful that they actually have stuff in their deck.
Yeah, so no, that's actually I'm gonna try that after we end this podcast.
Instead of playing Zemo on curve, because a lot of people are playing him on curve.
Right. But yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, dude, worst case scenario, you pull a 1-drop and it's a 3/7. How is that bad?
Right. You just have to worry about board state, like space going forward.
Yeah,
that's
true. Yeah, but overall, Zemo's cool. There's not really much more to say about that.
Yeah, he's cool.
What's the other card that people are
Red Hulk?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. I think he's really, really good.
Yeah, it's a super good card. It's weird though, because I don't think it's like it's not blowing my mind, but it's just like, yeah, it's a good card. Well, I mean, what else am I gonna fucking say about it?
Yeah, well, he's so good that I think he's gonna get nerfed.
You think? Yeah, it does get pretty big pretty easily.
Yeah, because I think there's like a game I played. I guess the person was just farming boosters.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave up energy every single turn, and then like my Red Hulk got up to like 30 something.
Yeah, 6 times. Yeah, I can get up to 35 technically.
Yeah, and I was like, this is insane.
Yeah, but I mean, that's an extenuating circumstance. But still, like every game I see it played against me, it's like 19 power.
Yeah,
which is not bad.
But if you play like Shuri, I've been playing it with Shuri, so you just play like Hope Summers, you get Shuri out, and then you play Red Hulk on 5, and then you play Taskmaster.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's like a sometimes better Red Skull.
Yeah.
Which is very good. That's Tucker's list. He I saw him playing that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I had him on the channel earlier today, too.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's a good, cute deck. I've played with it a little bit. I dropped the wave stuff and just tried to go more small ball with it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Red Hulk's, it's weird. It's like the evolved Hulk. I mean, I know they're meant to like be equals or similar, but
this is probably what Hulk should have been.
To be honest. You mean the original Hulk, like when the game first came out?
Yes.
Probably. It would have been much more exciting.
Yes, instead of having evolved.
Right. Have like a legacy character actually be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if they change it, I think if they change it and touch it up a little bit, it's still a great card. Like, say they make it a 6/12 that gets +2 even.
Yeah, he's still good.
Yeah, it's still like a 16 power easily. But yeah, do you recommend people picking it up?
Oh yeah, for sure. You just take out Infinite in any deck that you play, and then just put in Red Hulk, and you're fine.
Yeah, I think that's the best part about the card is like any deck that you would consider putting a 6-drop in there for like any reason, just put Red Hulk in there probably, and you're better off.
Yeah.
It's sort of how like Magneto was, where it's like, yeah, just throw Magneto in there. It's a good card. I think Red Hulk is like taking that spot now.
Yeah, for sure. And it's weird too, because you had War Machine last week, so you can play Infinite on the final turn, and then you straight up come out with a card that replaces Infinite.
Yeah, dude. I let's touch on War Machine real quick. I feel vindicated. All right. I was telling people it was fucking mid as fuck, and everyone was calling me an idiot, and it's mid as fuck. Tell me I'm wrong.
It is. But I had a really good win rate with it because I was playing like Storm and Quake. I was doing those types of things.
Yeah, you're being a cheese dick.
Yeah, pretty much. But like besides that, he's mid.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen a War Machine played against it, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm
I wonder what they're gonna do. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, and the icing on the cake is fucking Red Hulk exists now, so what the fuck?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. But it was funny just seeing everyone freak out about how War Machine is going to be that sickest new card ever. And it's not.
Yeah, I don't even think I've seen Professor X being played either. I think it scared away certain things.
Yeah, that was the biggest impact to me. I think I said that on the podcast last week. The biggest impact of War Machine is not what it does; it's what it makes people not do.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, it feels good to be right sometimes. Next topic: U.S. Agent. That's the next card, right?
Yeah, that's the next card.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it is a 2 energy, 3 power card that reads ongoing 4, 5, and 6 cost cards here have -3 power, which is significant.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I feel about this card. How do you feel? Yeah,
I don't know.
Exactly.
Like, he's okay.
It's like,
But like it's something that you have to play last turn.
Exactly, dude. You look at it and you're like, that's actually a really cool effect. I want this card to be awesome. But what are you going to play it on turn 2 and then signal to the opponent where not to play?
Right. You just have to play it final turn. That's the only thing. And do you want to play? Well, I think if you have Hope Summers on the board, you cheat out more energy. Yes. Or if you have, I don't know.
Yeah. It's. I mean.
Yeah.
The best I can come up with is it's maybe like a Sarah control type card or like a Surfer type card, where it just slots in there, where decks like don't mind playing it themselves, and they can drop it on the last turn, like you said, and just sort of go over the top of cards they usually wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I was thinking Sarah, but you would have to play Magic in order to play your own, like 6 and play U.S. Agent.
No, I don't think you're playing U.S. Agent with 6 drops ever. I think you're just playing it as like on turn 6, you're playing U.S. Agent for 1 energy and then a bunch of other cards.
True. Yeah.
Like Killmonger and Maximus and whatever the fuck else. But yeah, this card is really sweet. I want it to be really good, but I think it just telegraphs way too hard.
Oh yeah, for sure. What's better, this or Captain America?
Well, this is definitely better, I think. Because if you have it hit like 1 4 cost card, actually, you know what? We aren't thinking about the fact that it hits 4 cost cards.
Oh yeah.
Gosh. Like when you read that, you automatically go like 6 costs. That's the only thing it affects. But 4 costs is a lot of cards in the game.
Yeah. Just imagine if they have a 4, 5, and 6 1 lane. That's 9 power that could be swung.
Yeah. 9 plus the 3 on him. That's a 12 power swing.
Yeah, that's 12 power. That's insane.
Which is basically a 2 energy 6 drop.
Yeah.
Super sick. I mean, I think the criticisms we had still kind of hold.
Just imagine Onslaught too.
Yeah, sure. But then you're hurting your own Onslaught. Your Onslaught's only going to be 1 power.
True.
So what are you doing?
True. That's
Come on,
pretty...
Prashan.
Well, you have to take into effect how many cards they have on their side too.
Sure. But yeah, okay, I'll say it's a little bit better than I guess when we first read it. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I think when it comes out, I don't think many people are going to get it, but I think the people that do get it are going to be like, dude, this is actually really sweet. But then it being popular, I don't know. It's just weird. It seems like a really good effect, and I think people will like playing it, but I still think that it's so obvious, or it forces the opponent to play a certain way that it's actually not going to be as good if it becomes popular. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like it'll probably be like Shadow King.
Right, yeah. Where it dips in and out of the meta. Sometimes it's super sick, sometimes it's worthless.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I could see that for sure.
Because what, Shadow King's a 2 as well?
Yep, Shadow King's a 2, and when it hits, it's worth 10 power usually.
Yeah, and no one's playing it right now, so yeah.
Right. Yeah. The only other place I could see US Agent just being like really fun and good is maybe you could do some sort of just like Man-Thing, US Agent, Luke Cage, just like a good stats deck. I'm thinking sort of like the old like Zabu Darkhawk decks.
Oh yeah.
But you're just not being affected by it because you play Luke Cage. And then your 4 drops are like Man-Thing, Cold Obsidian, whatever, Iron Lad. And then your 3 drop is like, Rock Slide and Luke Cage. And then your top end is just Darkhawk or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, those decks are pretty good. I think it's just a little bit awkward now because Luke Cage is a 3.
Right, yeah. But maybe US Agent is the type of card that just brings your like degen or like hazmat style type just generically good decks into fruition. So
yeah,
maybe. But yeah, that wraps up all the cards and the patch and stuff. I guess we'll just finish with the Snaps Judgments League wrapped up. How did you do?
Oh, I went I don't even think I got invited to play a 4th game. So
you went 1-2, I suppose, and they're like, it doesn't matter if you win the last one.
I think I went 0-3.
Oh my God, Prashan.
Yeah, but I have Felicity's league too, so I'm actually doing decent.
I'm never taking deck advice from you ever again, sir.
Well, okay, I have a 2-year-old, so like,
all right, here come the excuses. All right.
So half the time, like, people want to play these matches during the day, and I'm like, all right, I got like a crying 2-year-old, so like, no.
Yeah, it just makes you bad at Marvel Snap, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then one game, like, I barely lost. It was like 8 cubes. We both snapped on like turn 1. Like, they barely won by like 2, and I just retreated. I was like, I'm not gonna grind back. You can have it.
So I'm just pulling your dick. I didn't do too great either.
I'll play better. I've done good. I played in some of the King of the Hill stuff and almost came out on top. So
how does that work? Like, I haven't looked at it or anything. What's the structure of that one?
I think it's like 8 people, then you just play like tournament style.
Like, we're all at the same time?
Yeah, it's all at the same time.
Cool. Yeah, if you guys, the listeners, don't know what we're talking about, you probably do, but if you don't, check out the Snap Judgments podcast and their YouTube channel. If you sign up to their Patreon, they're running, I'm sure they're going to run more, a league where you can play against a bunch of different content creators, other players, and I believe there was a prize for first place.
Yeah.
The person I lost to won the whole thing, I believe.
Oh, really?
I think so. If he didn't win the whole thing, I think they came in second or something.
Oh, wow.
It's J. McDonaldino.
Oh, he's on my league team.
Oh,
JD.
okay, yeah. He was the person I played in round 4. And
I think he's Scottish. Yeah, he's Scottish.
Oh, okay, yeah. I played him in round 4 and...
Or Irish. Either or.
And
I'm
I
sorry
got absolutely smashed.
Sorry to mess up your heritage, JD. But I know you're from across the pond.
Yeah, he's a good player for sure.
Yeah. He won the Agatha tournament too.
Correct, yeah, the Agatha Open champion. I always thought he was Brazilian because usually when you put INHO at the end of your name, that infers that you're like a Brazilian, like your name's like Ronaldinho or something.
Yeah.
Obrigado. But yeah, he's a good player. I played Destroy. Honestly, I knew that I was like, this guy's just going to crush me, so I'm just going to play something, whatever. I didn't care, basically. And, oh my god, they played the sweatiest Thanos tournament deck that, you would play if you're trying to win a tournament. And I played, like, Deadpool Destroy with, like...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was bad. With, like, Lady Deathstrike. And I just got absolutely clapped.
And you know what's crazy? Like, I think I played a match, and... it was Yoda. He had Valkyrie. So I had priority every single time, and he just played Valkyrie and won. And the one card I took out of the deck, I took out Alioth and I put in Magneto.
Get wrecked.
And then if I had kept Alioth in those decks, I would have won.
Yeah, that's how tournaments go. You always outthink yourself, and then you know what I've learned from playing competitive card games? Just trust your instinct. The more you sit there and play test with yourself and think this or that, your first like gut instinct is usually the correct call.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I overthought. I was like, I need to take Alioth out, and then boom, I needed him.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a fun time at least.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cool of Glazer and company to play that tournament. But yeah, I think we are all out about shit to talk about. Is there anything you want to talk about?
No, not really. Well, welcome back. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. Yeah. Sorry about not the podcast last week missing it. I died.
Yeah.
And
then he's like Angel. He just floated back into his location.
Yes. I swooped in just before this podcast and surprised Prashan. And I'm alive now.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I got super sick and it sucked and I didn't make any videos or anything. But yeah, it's all good. Sometimes it's nice to take a break.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was a little weird actually. I was like, I felt like I had to be doing something. So I was like kind of like just sitting in bed sick and guilty the whole time.
I have to make this content.
Good. Yeah, but then I tried to make something and my voice was just like... I was like, all right, whatever. So I just lied in bed and watched Star Trek Discovery for
nice. Have you been watching X-Men 97?
No.
Okay.
Is it on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have Disney Plus because I'm poor.
Oh. Well, I have Disney Plus.
Dude.
There's something I wanted to talk... Well, maybe. Something that's been on my mind that has been...
Shoot.
All right. So, Morph and Wolverine, I think, are getting it on.
Sexually?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's weird.
Why? Are you homophobic?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's just like... I don't know. It's just... I don't know.
No,
like,
I get it. Wolverine should not be touching dick and balls. It's not him.
Well, right? Morph can morph into whatever he wants.
Also, yeah, that too. I would date Morph, to be honest with you. I know he's like a weird gray blob of a person that doesn't really look like anything.
Right.
But you think it would hurt Morph's feelings if you dated Morph and you were like, hey, can you turn into Jennifer Love Hewitt tonight? He'd be like, do you not love me for me? You think he'd get sick of it?
Probably not. I think he'll spice things up.
Yeah, I definitely would.
Okay, all right. So, like, spoiler for anybody who hasn't watched it. At the end of one episode, Wolverine is all sad, and Morph brings a six-pack. Okay. And then, like, he winks at Wolverine, and then he turns into Sabertooth, and then they start play fighting with each other.
Playing touch butt in the park?
Whatever. They cut after that. And there's another episode where Morph and Wolverine are talking, and they said Wolverine told Morph to hit the showers, and then Morph goes in the shower, and he sees a butt-naked Wolverine, and then he gets a twinkle in his eye, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I'm so glad you brought this up. Yeah, that seems weird.
Yeah.
And not because of any of the homosexuality, because Wolverine is...
It's all about
weird.
Gene.
Yeah, right?
So I'm like, all right, whatever.
Just Wolverine to me is like the manly man with that is like doesn't even have sex at all because he's like too busy busting heads.
Well, he would feel like he wouldn't even entertain the idea. That's the only thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because he has like Yoriko and Jean and all these other ladies, but it's interesting. It's very interesting.
All right. I mean, I kind of want to watch it now.
You got to watch it.
Because I mean, the thing you just described to me of Morph hitting the showers and like, I haven't seen the show and all I'm picturing is Morph turning and giving like a wink to Wolverine.
Well, for some odd reason, he turned into Wolverine himself. He like morphed into he brought out a claw, and I was like, what is he gonna do with this claw? Like, I was like, all right,
He's like, hey, Wolverine, have you ever wanted to have sex with yourself?
Yeah. I was like, all right, this is very interesting.
If I had a twin, I wouldn't want to have sex with myself.
No,
that's
not
weird.
at all. That's weird.
All right.
Yeah.
I gotta check it out though. No, sorry, spoilers for anyone who haven't seen the show yet. But
yeah,
shit gets weird apparently.
Like that didn't happen in the comics, I don't think. But
no, it certainly did not.
No, but it's very interesting.
All right. On that note, I think that wraps it up for this episode of About to Snap.
And I hope they did too.
Lead us out, Prashant.
All right, guys. It's I believe it's on my channel this week.
Yeah.
So make sure subscribe, all that good stuff, and then Spotify, Nerf Herder's channel. Make sure you check out next week and 2 weeks ago on his channel. So thank you guys for watching and peace.
Later, guys.